Tomorrow we have interest rate decisions here in the United States, and we are up in the air on whether or not this number is going to come out as 25 basis point rate hike or 50 basis point rate hike. Now, the consensus right now is mostly leaning towards a 25 basis point rate hike. But if there's any surprises here, it could cause some massive volatility in the markets. And in today's video, we're going to be going over a couple select charts that I'm watching, some setups that I am interested in both case scenarios, whether a 25 basis point or 50 basis point occurs, and so on and so forth. Let's jump in. Welcome back to the channel, guys. If you're new here, make sure to hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel. I wanted to start in an interesting spot, NAS100, which is an interesting asset if you are sort of looking for something that is going to move heavily to the upside in a risk-on environment. This is sort of your catalyst now, or this is sort of your asset to pay attention to, because a catalyst like interest rates tomorrow coming out at 25 basis points has the potential to shoot NASDAQ back up into the previous high. And there could be some excellent trading opportunities to look out for going into this event. Now, I should caution you, if this market comes out with a 50 basis point rate hike, the NASDAQ will likely see a tremendous drop. And we've seen a bit of a pullback as earnings this season have been a little bit lackluster. And by a little, I mean pretty substantially lackluster. And watching this interest rate decision will have a lot of impact on the NASDAQ, but also the Dow Jones, the US 30, the S&P 500. Those assets will also move tremendously. Now, what I'm looking for is predominantly a bullish scenario. If price does end up getting something that the market likes, if the market opportunity to the upside looks promising, I'll be looking for any opportunity I can for pullback buys. Now, you might be asking, why would you be bullish on the NASDAQ? Well, I'll walk you through it here. If I look at the overall watch list for the Edge Finder right now, which is our market scanning software that we use here at A1 Trading, this is our tool we've built, you'll see that NASDAQ actually shows up as a possible buy. And it didn't just pop up here, it's actually been a buy on here for a few weeks now and has offered some great opportunities to the upside. I've been long the indices and made some decent money just trailing stops. You may have seen some of my recent videos. If you'd like to see me trade the indices, by the way, we'll pop up a video card in the top right hand of the screen where you can see some of my recent trades on the S&P 500. Now, the NASDAQ specifically gets a +3, and if we pull up the NASDAQ on the indices category here, we go to NASDAQ 100, you can kind of see where we're at with this. We get an overall score of a buy bias, and some of the main components to this are the uptrend that we're experiencing, inflation numbers on the decline, and unemployment numbers still holding out decently. Now, this number is sort of expected to decline as layoffs are sort of on the horizon for markets, which is also sort of factored in my opinion, in the overall downward trend that we've already seen occur on the NASDAQ for the last several months. Regardless, the momentum here is to the upside for now, and I'm looking for an opportunity to try and hold on to this one on the long side if I can get an entry. Just jumping in here to let you guys know that if you want a full breakdown of the fundamental analysis background regarding the interest rate decision coming out tomorrow, our team on the A1 Trading side of things put up a video today that I definitely think you should go check out. It'll be linked in the card in the top right hand of the screen right now. Go check that out, click that video, watch it, should help you. Let's get back to the technical analysis breakdown. Now, back to the actual chart here for a second, you can see the NASDAQ is sitting at the 61.8% and has held this level pretty dang nicely. Now, full transparency, I was looking to get long here and I missed this entry just barely. I was looking to get in 61.8 and missed this trade. I made a joke on my live stream here today saying that I sound like that guy at the roulette table that's like, hey, I was going to go, all in on black, I promise, and, never actually pulled the trigger. But I genuinely, I'm interested in looking to get long on the NASDAQ. And even though I missed this entry, if price doubles back, I will still be interested in potentially getting long NAS100 with a stop loss below the lows. So here is what an entry could potentially look like for me. If we double back between now and the Federal Reserve's interest rate decision, or even perhaps make a move down into this level on the interest rate decision, as long as we get some confirmation, some bullish price action in this area, say for example that we get a pin bar move at this level or something like that, I will look to try and gather a long position in this area, looking for a trend continuation off of the 4-hour chart. So this is something that I am interested in myself, looking for upside continuation, predominantly in the 61.8 to 50% range in tomorrow's action. So even if the market is volatile tomorrow, I'll be looking to try and pick up an opportunity there on the long side. If I share that, you guys will see it inside of the Discord channel that we have. All of my trades get shared inside of the Discord. And if you're not in the Discord, down below in the description, there will be a link for you to join our free Discord. I would encourage you to do so before the volatility starts up with the federal interest rate decision. We will be covering all of it. Myself and my team will be sharing our trades. We'll be sharing analysis in the free group and all sorts of good stuff. So don't miss out on that. Join the free Discord down below in the description. So the NASDAQ is our first one. Now, of course, we turn to gold. And I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. I got stopped out on my gold trade, and it was really sad because I entered into this position here at this level of support. Price poked down and nailed my stop loss, went a bit further down into the 1900 mark, and has since rallied off that level. So I would be about break even had I stayed in the trade. But the problem with trading is that you have to make decisions on the right-hand side of this chart, not on the left side, right? It's very easy to tell you what already happened. This feels bad because, again, we got stopped out just before it reversed. But fortunately, my position size was small. I took a small loss on this one, and we move on. What I'm looking for is primarily a breakout to the upside, some sort of continuation patterns to look for long side action, though this one is not nearly as interesting to me as the NASDAQ, though I think that you hit some pretty strong support clearly. So if price does double back and retest this low, I'm not above the idea of looking for a potential double bottom off that 1900 mark. That big round number play seems to have held beautifully. So if buyers do get a chance, I'd be interested in possibly picking up gold if it dips back on that on the news or in the next coming days. That's one that I will be watching for myself on the long side looking at gold. Let's see, what else can we find? A couple things I want to pay attention to is, of course, a dollar bullish case scenario tomorrow could perhaps set up AUDUSD. And this is one that we've talked about here a little bit. We've talked about how this thing is in this really perpetual upward trend, right? Lots of bull strength here. Overall upward trend looks really healthy off the 4-hour chart. If that starts to crumble a little bit tomorrow, there could be some opportunities to look for the short. And again, we've already sort of come down into this level of support. Prices still oscillating around it. We haven't really made a decisive move past or above or below this move. But if we see this trend line to the upside sort of fall apart tomorrow, that could offer a dollar bullish case scenario in the scenario that, of course, interest rates come out higher than expected. If we get that 50 basis point rate hike, we are expecting probably Australian dollar against the US dollar to decline pretty rapidly. And in that case, any pullback could present a sell side opportunity to look for continuation moves. That's something I'm paying attention to myself, as it does also show up on the Edge Finder as a sell rated asset right now, getting a -5 COT data pointing towards sell side. And we'll pull this one up. This is an interesting one to pay attention to. You've got COT data showing that the US dollar is attractive on the long side by institutional traders, and the short side is 68% heavy. So not only that, you've also got retail traders 72% long. And all of this data is coming from our Edge Finder. If you're not already using the Edge Finder, we do have a free trial available. That will also be linked down below. If you'd like to grab access to the Edge Finder, you can go to the checkout page and just click the free trial link that is on there if you're interested as well. All of that will be linked below in the description. But we're looking at the COT data, and predominantly long by institutional traders on the dollar and predominantly short by institutional traders on the Australian dollar, while retail traders, the losing crowd, is very stacked into a long position going into a major news announcement. If you made it this far in the video, comment down below. Let me know that you made it this far, because I think actually that the Australian dollar is poised to make some potentially big moves tomorrow. And I think that this one is actually worth really paying attention to as we go into tomorrow's price action. If you made it this far in the video, let me know what you guys think about AUDUSD. I think this one actually is, of the list, one of the more attractive opportunities on the sell side. So again, looking for predominantly a breakout of this support level and then looking for an expansion down into that 68.80. I think you could catch some good moves there if the setup arises. And I'll be paying attention to that for the potential reversal tomorrow. And again, covering all that in the Discord that is linked down below. So there you go. That is a couple setups here for you tomorrow. Another one that I want to talk briefly about is dollar CAD. Dollar CAD was brought up on our live stream today, and we discussed this one as a possible bullish case scenario if we actually start to see a break tomorrow. So this is one for the dollar bulls out there. If we can see the market sort of get a bit of a push to the upside, look out for dollar CAD. We've got an opportunity here, I think, to expand up higher, but it's probably going to rely on the dollar coming out strong tomorrow with perhaps a 50 basis point rate hike. If that occurs, you'll likely see some volatility there. Dollar CAD, we'll pull it up just briefly on the full chart. So you can see here, another one that's interesting here because, again, we have institutional traders long the dollar, short the CAD, and then if we flip the script, retail traders very short on dollar CAD. So all this information lines up for some very intriguing moves that could occur in the markets tomorrow. And hopefully this video has helped you get prepared for that. Remember, join the Discord, get a free trial of the Edge Finder. All that is linked down below in the description. I hope this video helped you in some way or another, and we'll see you back in the next one. Have a great day. It looks like you made it to the end of one of my videos. Thank you so much for supporting my content. It really means the world to me. And down below in the description, I've put together some of my best resources for aspiring traders who are looking to improve. I've got some free downloads that could help you, some broker recommendations, and if you'd like to join our Discord or get access to some of our trading software, all of that will be linked down below in the description. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.